it's obviously a painful one for United fans to say it, because it comes down to Liverpool or City, two of United's biggest rivals, and obviously I don't want any of them to win it, as any United fan would say. But if I've got my realistic hat on, I would go with City again next season, because I just don't see Liverpool mentally stepping up.
I think City will win the league next season.
For me, it's going to be Manchester City again.
I can't see anyone but Man City, unfortunately. I would like Liverpool to win the league soon, but yeah, I just see Man City pushing on even further. It could be a real period of dominance.
Man City are going to win the Premier League again.
Man City.
Yeah, so we're agreed on that then. You think City will win it. What about Liverpool?
I believe that my team Liverpool will go one better than they did last season and finally become Premier League champions. However, it will be getting less points than they did last season with Manchester City.
I think Liverpool will come close again, but I think it's still going to be Man City's year. It'll probably be Man City's year for a few years to come.
Norwich, Sheffield United, and I'm going to go for Brighton.
Brighton at the end of last season got rid of Chris Hughton and have replaced him with Graham Potter, who I'm not convinced by at all.
Brighton, Burnley and Norwich.
Norwich haven't really invested.
Sheffield United, because they're newly promoted and realistically they haven't got enough quality in their side, enough depth really to survive the Premier League.
Sheffield United, because they don't look good.
Is that your reasoning? You don't think they look good? Well, they've just stormed the Championship.
People have got us down for relegation, but I don't think that's the case with the Chris Wilder team. I think there's a lot more passion, a lot more heart put into the team than anyone's really expecting.
Aston Villa, I'm only going to say this, I love Jack Grealish and I think he's like one of my favourite young players coming up at the minute, but we've seen it before. You can't come up into the league and then bring in 12 players and expect everything to be good. I mean, these players are learning how to play with each other in this pre-season. Is that going to be enough for them to stay in the Premier League? We don't know.
So I think Spurs will be finishing in third place. They've done some good business over the summer. They've brought Dembele in from Lyon, and I think that was a huge signing for them. Their midfield has been a bit of a weakness, especially since Dembele left, and I don't think that void had really been filled, and I think Dembele will be able to do that.
I think Tottenham are going to finish in the top four yet again. Pochettino is key to Tottenham. I think without Pochettino, Tottenham would struggle to get into the top four.
Maybe Arsenal. I think maybe Arsenal may push for fourth this year.
City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea.
I can't see Chelsea breaking into that top four with Frank Lampard's first season.
I'm not sure about Chelsea with the Frank Lampard thing and the lack of players they can obviously bring in.
I think Arsenal will get the last spot because United under Solskjaer, they were very good to start with, but a first full season, they've still got gaps in their team, and whilst they've signed pretty well, and it looks like they'll get maybe Harry Maguire, maybe Bruno Fernandes as well, I don't think that that's going to be enough.
%100,000 Wolves.
Martinho running the show. Jota was a quality forward, an asset to them last season in the Premier League. Obviously Ruben Neves is going nowhere as well. They've got a decent goalkeeper, a solid back line.
I think the ambition is there to go further, to upset the top six and to stake a claim for being a part of that top six. So I think Wolves are the one to watch.
Leicester City. And I think Leicester City could potentially break into the top six. Brendan Rodgers, a very good manager, very experienced. When he came into Leicester towards the end of the season, Leicester were getting some really good results, and I predict that pattern will continue.
Leicester?
Jamie Vardy's having a party!
I like Leicester's business, I really like Leicester's business, and I think West Ham have made some great signings as well.
West Ham United, I really like the business they've done in the window, managing to sign Sebastian Haller from Frankfurt, who's a lethal goalscorer, and Pablo Fornals as well from Villarreal. I feel combining this with keeping the hold of the likes of Declan Rice, Issa Diop and Felipe Anderson as well, Combining with Yarmolenko coming back, I feel like they'll be a very dangerous threat and maybe make the London Stadium a threatening ground as it was once promised.
I'm hoping that next season we can be the surprise team really that punched above their weight. Having sacked Chris Hughton last season, a lot of Premier League fans seem to be writing us off before we've even kicked a ball under Graham Potter, and I think personally, as a lot of Brighton fans do as well, that Graham Potter could be the man to actually step up and help us massively next season.
I'm going to say Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are going to slightly overachieve this year. I think they've got a good side. I think the players are nurturing. They've got David Brooks, Ryan Fraser.
Be Burnley this year, like everyone puts them near the bottom. I normally do. I would put them below the bottom, but if there was any team to outperform what I predict them, I'd say Burnley. Sean Dyche, obviously, great coach, very well suited to that team.
Leicester, West Ham, Everton, Wolves. I think one of those is going to get into the top 6 and one of those is going to drop out.